Welcome to Projects with Tim and JD. My next mod on my tractor is to add 4 LED pod lights to my 2025 1025R John Deere tractor. Now you might be asking, why do I need more lights on a tractor that has perfectly good LED headlights and perfectly good LED work lights? The reason why, because these do work great, but the reason why is as soon as you put the front end loader on, which goes, those arms come right up here, it now blocks this light almost entirely. And similar with the headlight. Headlights on, they're nice and bright. As soon as we raise our bucket up full of material, it's right at the height where we lose our headlights almost entirely. So now you're either keeping the bucket lower, which is not a great idea, you can catch the ground, or we're raising that bucket full of material up. Hauling a bucket full of material up high is never good tractoring. The motto of tractoring is always low and slow. So my solution is going to be 4 new pod lights, 2 up nice and high facing forward, and the 2 out the rear, of course, help me when I'm using my backhoe at night. So let's get started. So I'm going to install these. I got them off Amazon. They weren't very expensive. So I've already installed tail light guards. I believe I got these off Amazon. I'll drop that in. And then, of course, they have this nice little hole up here, and that's where I'll drop my pod light in. I'm going to go ahead and take and put a little plug on here. Right up out of the tail light, I'm going to have the other half of the plug coming right out here, so it'll just plug straight in. I'm going to do that because then I can just remove these, or if one stops working, needs to be replaced, it'll just be easy to do so. Of course, it'll come in. There's a hole through the ROPS right there, and then we'll go right on down out the bottom of the ROPS.
Then what?
Aha, I'm glad you asked, because then what? John Deere on both sides has left these little auxiliary plugs. One's a purple, that's the power, and one's the black, and that's the ground. These run off the switch. So when you turn the lights on for the tractor, these are powered. What I'm going to do is plug my bottom of my harness right into here on both sides to get my power for my new pod lights. The 2 pod lights coming out the rear, I don't want them coming on with the forward lights. The reason why I don't want these coming on at the same time as my forward-facing pod lights or the headlights is because when you're not using them, why have them on? Even more importantly, what if I'm going to drive this thing down the road? I've got my headlights on, and I don't want to be blinding the people behind me. I want these to be switched separately. Here's how I'm going to do it. Same thing. I'm going to put a plug on the end of this, so this is easily plugged and unplugged. But then I purchased this. And of course, we know that we have an auxiliary. I guess they used to call them cigarette lighters. This 12-volt auxiliary right here. So I'm going to put this in here. And again, I don't need this all the time. So there's many times where I'll just toss this down this here and it's just fine. But when I need my lights, I'll pop this in here, and then that's where I'm going to draw my power. So that's how I'm going to control the rear-facing pod lights. I need to create that harness as well. So this is how I'm going to build the harnesses. I'm going to use these plugs here. So the nice thing about these is they're pretty water resistant, and they have a nice firm grab. So I really like these. Each of these squares is one of these plugs. So at the bottom here, I'm actually going to create a Y. I don't want to use the auxiliaries up. I'm actually going to create my own separate auxiliary. So this one, I'll plug into the tractor to get power to my new pod lights, and then I'll have my own auxiliary ready to tie in at any point in case I put like a light bar on the top of the ROPS or something. That's what these represent, is this is going to split at the bottom. I'm going to take one of these again and cut it in half. We'll put it at the top here, and then the other end will go on the light. Simple, simple, plug it in. I've measured from here to here. 48 inches is plenty. I'll probably do 50 because I've got lots of room. If it's a little bit long, the harness is long, that's fine. The wire will spool up in here. By the way, if you do something similar to me, do yourself a favor and get help when you're putting these back on. Trying to align the wires for the light and hold the light, as well as the light guard, as well as our new cable coming up through here. It's a lot. I was able to do it, but it induces some frustration. So easier just to get another set of hands. We come down to the bottom of the ROPS here. These are my two pigtails off my new cable. These plugs that we talked about come off of the factory pigtail that's already there. The male works pretty good on these plugs. It's tight, it slips in and holds nicely. The female is a little loose, so I'd recommend take a pair of pliers and just smash it a little bit just to make sure it doesn't come off. What I did here anyways, I just took both my plugs, plugged the one end to the factory pigtail, and then I also put the plugs back on that the factory had on their pigtail and just put a couple of zip ties. So there's not going to be a problem here. Everything's nice and snug and tight. I'll just take this slack and just shove it right back up inside the ROPS. So this will all be nice and snug. Now here's the top passenger pod light. I went ahead and put a zip tie on each side just to keep it nice and tight. So in this one, we have the factory pigtail, the purple and the black. I'm plugged into it here. And then of course, this is my new auxiliary or my new pigtail. I haven't put the factory plugs on there yet. I will put those factory plugs on. And then same thing, I'll take this little bit of slack I have. I got it 3 or 4 inches. And I'll just shove it up inside the ROPS. Now to my rearward facing lights. The cigarette lighter switch works really good. Here's what I did with it. First of all, I'm just going to store it right in there. When I'm going to use it, I'll just bring it right in under the handle here. And right in. That way the cable's kind of back out of the way and I won't have a problem. Instead of coming on the outside, I just didn't like that because I just didn't want to have to punch any holes in this plastic. I just went right down through. There's a couple of holes and my wire just slipped right through. So it's just going to sit off to the side. I don't think it's in any danger at all. It's up under the tire so you can't see it. But that wire, I just brought it right down through here, tucked it right up. Now, unfortunately, we just can't get a good angle on it because of the tire. But this cavity up here, I noticed when I shone a flashlight through that it continues through. So I took a wire, I just fed it up inside the cavity over that direction. It came out. There's normally a piece of plastic right here that I removed that, just like this one. Just need to remove that. It's just 2 bolts to do so. I fed that wire up over the top, basically just finagled it so it comes out right here in the back. Then I'm coming up, tying into my rearward facing harness. So this is my one light with its pigtail. Here, I created my harness. I'm going underneath. I just threw a few zip ties in it. I actually have a tiny bit of slack here in case I ever need it. Came up. All 4 of them, I can unplug them and just remove the light. So if a light goes bad, I could replace just one light if I wanted to. I'm pretty happy with how the pod lights turned out. It's definitely a huge improvement over the original lighting. I'm not an electrician. I made a few mistakes. But it's definitely a clean looking install. I like the install. It's modular, meaning I can unplug any of these things and remove them in case one of them goes bad or I tear it off or something on a tree limb. So as you saw earlier, my rear lights, I've tipped them down. Actually, I've tipped them as far as they'll go down. Why have them face out rearward? I'm not going to be driving backwards at night at high speeds. But what I would want is assistance if I'm using my backhoe at night. That's why I tip them down. I like them. I could always tip them up if I wanted to. I'm also pretty happy with how my harness turned out for the rearward lights, just using the auxiliary plug. Simple. I can always wire it in later if I wanted to, but it just separates them, and that way I can just control these rear lights, have them on when I want them on. From Projects with Tim and JD, I'm Tim, and that's JD. Thanks for watching. I'm not super worried about damaging the 4. I just don't live in a foresty area. I know that a word? Anyway, I don't live in an area where there's a lot of trees that are probably going to rip these off. Could happen, but that's why I designed them so they're modular and I can actually unplug them and replace them, even just one of them if I needed to.